at Wadham, one of the Oxford University colleges, showcasing our latest installation here in the student accommodation units. We've been admiring the beautiful architecture on site, but obviously that presents its own challenge when it comes to modernisation and decarbonisation, something that NexGen is playing a big role in here at Wadham. So now we've moved to one of the student rooms here on site. We've been granted access to this particular room to show you the finished ceiling paper installation here at Wadham College. As you would expect, all of the rooms are very, very different in terms of configuration, in terms of layout. You don't always have the bed in exactly the same place or the desk in the same place, and this gives us complete flexibility, utilising the ceiling to have our ceiling paper bonded to the existing ceiling structure and decorated in to become seamless into the room. Now, a lot of those energy savings are being driven here, not only just through the power of infrared, but also the fact that the team here at Wadham have excellently paired this technology with another cutting-edge sensor technology. This is called iSense. There's one of these in every single room here that's paired with our NexGen heating technology. This is looking at occupancy within space. It's heating on demand when heating is required. So it now knows that we're in this space. It is sensed that we're in the room. It would even sense if I'm stationary or asleep, so it doesn't cut off like traditional PIR sensors would. This is basically now taking full control of the heating across all of the rooms here, all of the student areas, and effectively heating when we need it most. Controlling comfort, but removing the waste that traditionally we would find with old kind of convection-based wet systems in this kind of space. So here we are in another student room. As you can see, this one is completely different in terms of the layout from what we were looking at downstairs. It's one of the unique challenges with an estate like this is where every building is completely unique and very, very different. And it means that we have lots of different challenges. Like in this one, we've got a huge amount of glazing, which as we know is terrible for heat loss, but with infrared, it changes the way that we actually heat spaces and how energy is transposed around a room. We're not getting the same kind of heat losses that we would get through a convection system, and that means that we're very, very impactful from the ceiling, storing the energy in the structure and in the fabric rather than putting it in the air, which naturally would travel to where the windows and the colder areas are. Now, the challenge that we're seeing here at Wadham, with a variety of different building types, different fabric levels, different ages. Some buildings here are 17th century all the way through to modern day kind of 20th century buildings. Now, what becomes very difficult is upgrading them to modern day kind of standards. So bringing in new innovation, bringing in new technology to improve the energy efficiency, but also maximize comfort and the usability of those spaces. It's a challenge that we see not just here at Wadham, but reflected across the UK. We have some beautiful architecture and some brilliant history in our buildings, but it does present a lot of challenges when it comes to improving them and modernising them. And that's something that really I have to take my hat off to the team here at Wadham. They've been very, very forward thinking with using technologies like ours, pairing it with a smart hot water system called SunAmp, which is a brilliant view at heating hot water and something that again is leading the way with innovation in those spaces. And it just is really important that we kind of look at how do we maximise our buildings that we have and retrofit them up to a really, really good level rather than just building new, which is something here at Wadham they've done excellently. Key consideration, and obviously one of the most important things when it comes to looking at new technologies, is what is the overall saving and what is the impact that we can deliver. Now, on the estate here, we've basically seen a reduction in their energy spend of a third. So we're bringing down not only their pure cost on energy, but also the amount of CO2 that's being generated here on the estate. And that's being purely led by the fact that we're integrating obviously NexGen into that. We've got a smart hot water system, but also the iSense capability of stopping that wastage, removing rooms being heated when actually they're not being occupied. Now, it's not just the running cost aspect, it's also things like maintenance and repairs. You know, that's a large part of the spend that we would see on an estate of this kind of size. Now, with NexGen obviously being ceiling mounted, we actually have a wall panel just behind us here as well to deal with this room configuration. But it means that the product's out the way, you know, it's not something that is necessarily going to pick up damage. And again, we're a zero maintenance system. There isn't any moving parts in this. We don't have any annualized servicing. It would just be in your kind of 5-yearly electrical checks that actually you would be doing any kind of interaction with the system. So compared to servicing gas, maybe even the complexities of servicing heat pumps, this is a very, very low maintenance technology and something that suits the needs of the estates here at Wadham. Really excited to see how the project here continues and how the team at Wadham are able to expand on this project into other areas of the estate, utilising our technology but also further innovative technologies to help decarbonise and modernise the buildings here. And lastly, I would like to say a big thank you to the team at Wadham for allowing us access and allowing us to be part of this amazing project.